This video is going to show you how to take a Reno 2018 E Caltron monitor and test it for FYA compact mode, also known as G mode. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and go to information and talk to your agency and go ahead and fill this out per your agency's information, meaning model, manufacturer, the serial number, all of this you go ahead and fill out, and then there is places here for notes, so if you want to put notes you can do that. A lot of times I'll do like FYA test, so that way you know what it is, but this is all up to you guys what you want to do. Now I have the monitor, if you see on the screen, in the tester itself, but I want to make sure that I've not only put in the correct program card, but I want to make sure it's programmed for flashing yellow arrow. So on that, you're going to do one thing on the card itself, that you will make sure that you turn on options 2 and 7 on the option file. Once that is done, you go ahead and install, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on the unit. And what this does, it will power up the unit so you can actually verify that you have everything set up. So if you don't have a way to upload and look at Raycon, you can do it from the ATSI tester, and this is what I recommend. So now I'm going ahead and opening up the Raycon. If you notice, right now we're not talking to the unit because two things, and you'll see my hand come across. I don't have it plugged in to the monitor. As soon as I plugged it in, it went ahead and activated. So now you know you are talking to the monitor because it says it here. A couple of things you can do is you can bring up this and just say you got a power and it has voltage there. But what you want to do is go ahead and hit the configuration file or get configuration, and you want to make sure, since you're testing for flashing yellow arrow, that it is programmed for that. And the way to do that is through the electrical options, and you have to check 2 and channel 1 and 2, channel 1 and 9, channel 3 and 4, channel 3 and 10, channel 5 and 6, channel 5 and 11, channel 7 and 8, channel 7 and 12. All your flashing yellow arrows down here, this should be off. They shouldn't be on. You want to go ahead and turn on your FYAs here. You also, if you want, go ahead and disable the beep, but we're not going to do that. And then the last thing we're going to do is check the program card to make sure that it's programmed correctly. If you have a defaulted one where it's completely permissive, you want to make sure, you want to make sure that you have the program, and on the document that's with this video will explain to you what you need to jump. So this is just doing that, and you can't do that with software. You have to do it physically on the program card, which is right here. All right, so if you need to ship it to the unit, this unit has already been updated. You'll see this will be, let's go ahead and do that for you. Okay, that's what I'm doing here. Is I want to be able to see right here. You can go ahead and hit this to write to the unit, and I did. You heard it go beep beep. You also see the program card. A jar light is flashing, meaning that someone updated software. So you want to come in here and push and hold the reset. And now we're ready to go. When I push the button here, I'm going to go ahead and start the test. If you notice, the failure there is a conflict. We're going to go ahead and there's only 4 steps to doing the FYA test G, so I want to go ahead and show you what it should be looking for. And in this case, if you notice when it's doing this test, there's a conflict here, and it shows you between what channels the conflict is. And if you see, this is what's expected is a conflict. So pass. Now we're going to go to the red fail test, and here you should see red fail, and it should red fail on the 9, 10, 11, and 12, which is doing. and that is expected, and it tells you here what channels it's testing. There's channel 14, 15, and 16. It'll test also. Now we're going to go ahead and test the permissive clearance. And it got a no fault, so it's going to go through and do it 3 more times. Now 2, and then 1 more, and then it will test the protected clearance time. This would be the last test, and it does all 4 FYA channels, 1, 3, 5, and 7. And that's the completion of the test. The next part of the video, I'm going to show you a couple of things that if you have these problems, this is how to fix it. Now that the test is completed, we're going to go ahead and do the save files. And if you have it defaulted, they usually have 2 files that you'll save. One is the long form, and then the other one's a short form. The first one's a long form, so usually I just type in long, and then when it comes up with the second one, I type in short. And it usually saves it in your C drive under PCMT 8000, but some agencies go ahead and put it on their network. If you want, you can actually also print them by bringing up your mail or your file. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and show you where it's at. Mine defaults here. It's going to be under right there, see long and short. If you click on it, you'll see there's the short file. And here's a long file. Double click, it's a PDF file, so you can email it, print it, whatever you want to do. With that, we're going to go ahead and talk about some problems that you might be able to see, and I will give you some solutions to fix them.
The next part of this video is showing you a problem that we were seeing with the permissive clearance test. So with that, let me show you what's going on. So when it comes in here, you'll see we just finished the red fell. It comes up, it's saying this is expected, and then what's going to happen here is you're going to see that it's going to be turning on the protected permissive stuff. But if you notice down here, you see that 17 and 18 are being caught for red fell. With that the case, what you want to be able to do and what you should do is go ahead and disable the red and the dual entry on the board, which I'll show here in just a second. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you on the dip switches where you would want to turn them off. So on this illustration or this picture that you see here, I have circled 7 and 8 on the top and bottom, the top being the dual entry and the bottom being the red fell. What I would do is go ahead and turn both of these off and then rerun the test, and it will pass. So if you ever see this issue, this disables channels 17 and 18. If you have any questions, contact us at support@editraffic.com, and also our website support.edi.com.